Well, here we go. Let's go ahead and just do this live and we'll get it knocked out. It's okay. Y'all can watch this later. So, celebrities taking L's, whether it's actors or rappers. The L's are coming. Now, this isn't anything new, like I say, especially with this Travis Scott stuff. People can talk about Altamont, right? And they can talk about the various, shows where people have been killed, this and that. And that's true. I think what's going on, American Dissident? I think that you see a genuine, I think, anger out there. And let me get this out the way. Am I fanning the flame somewhat? Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. Yeah. 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 No, I hear you. Yeah. I saw that. I was like, okay, let me take advantage of it. But yeah. But yeah, I mean, the whole thing is that these celebrities out here really not giving a fuck. You know, we see Travis Scott. Plenty of videos are out there. Um, of like I say, the security. We saw them flipping folks over. We saw, him having a complete lack of concern, like stop the show, this and that. There was a fire. People were coming up, and people got, you know, smashed and everything else like that. Like I said, this is nothing new. If you look at, the Rolling Stones, if you look at whatever thing, this is nothing new. I'm sure people are going to immediately bring up Altamont, like Rolling Stones, come Monday. It's going to happen. Um, but we have to remember, Travis Scott, the rapper, apparently, I had no idea, is basically the baby daddy of Kylie Jenner's kids. Yeah, he has two kids with Kylie Jenner. Mm-hmm. Yeah, one of the Kardashians. Yeah, something completely unrelated. But did you see Peter Coffin was on Steve? Yes. Mm-hmm. No, no, no. I remember that. Yeah, he kicked himself in the balls. Yeah. Yeah, he kicked himself in the nuts on Steve Harvey. Yeah. hmm Way back when he was trying to make himself look famous. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I've seen that. There's a lot of anger out there for these celebrities and whatnot. And I say celebrities loosely because it's just easier than saying like rappers or actors. But we're seeing a lot of this, and it's kind of it's an example of how broken this system is. Now the thing is, eventually, as we know with most things, people will go back and they'll forget about this. The people will be dead, um, and not much will occur. You know, I doubt. I mean, other than the small fries and maybe some of the security and whatnot, will get in trouble. Maybe they'll throw somebody else under the bus and say, "Yeah, he did it," or she. And gonna throw somebody under the bus for this concert for Astro World. But we see, you know, a lot of this going on. It's nothing new, but it's also just an example of the times. We see these huge trials going on, and I'm not giving commentary on every day because there are people who are right there, and it's kind of boring, and I'm just lazy. But we see the trials of Kyle Rittenhouse, and also the trial of, or well, trials plural of Christopher Cantwell, Richard Spencer, and the the redneck guy. I can't even think. I keep on forgetting his name because I don't care. The guy who then tried to call himself like a Nazbo or something like. What the fuck is that dude's name? And bug the hell out of me. Hold on, Matthew Heimbach. There we go. And seeing all this LARP go on, and of course Christopher Cantwell. Yeah. Listen to prog. Yeah, nothing weird happens in prog music. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, hand back. Yeah, hand back. Yeah. Banging his mother-in-law or something like that. What Yeah, it's crazy. But Kyle Rittenhouse is more popular I think, than Alec Baldwin or Travis Scott at this point. You know, um, but it goes to show that these folks do not care about you. They do not hold your concern. Um, and as long as they make their money, they don't really care. As long as you buy a ticket, as long as you are paying money, but you're also providing drama to say, yeah, look how wild our shows are, bro. Look how wild our shit is. Then, they can say that, yeah. Was he a Strasser right now? Yeah, I think he did claim that, yeah. What's going on, Wicked Energy? This is just gonna be a short little stream here. We're not gonna go on and on. It's very screwed up. Yeah. Last I heard was Hamback was fed posting interviews. I haven't followed the trial because I don't care. No, I honestly don't either. I've seen bits of it. I've seen the Twitter threads from that Molly. What's her name? The chick who shaved her head, Molly, whatever her name is. But anywho, that one provide commentary for it, and we've seen other folks. Uh, but yeah, it's just ridiculous. But it goes to show the degeneration of this society. It's amazing to me how busy it was out there. I did not have the patience for it. And eventually, you go over to like Dollar Tree, and how many? Two or three? Um, I think well, if we're talking about the Travis Scott thing, I think like 8 people died. Um, but there were, and in terms of the trials, you got the Kyle Rittenhouse trial, and then you have I think Richard Spencer, I think separated. So maybe it's like maybe it's two or three different trials. I have no idea. But you know, um, people are making the memes out of it. Of course, the whole Rosenbaum stuff has been showed up. Where he says, "Shoot me," and of course the guy, the defense lawyer would just full out send the N word hard R. And of course, he's like, shoot me, nigga, shoot me, or he said, shoot me, nigga. I can't. You heard me say it, but yeah. Um, yeah, so I mean, we see all this sort of stuff. We see all this happen in this microcosm, and just kind of the legacy of that time. And of course, it makes people reminisce. Charlottesville was a seminal event for a lot of people. You know, and it's something that is going to be etched in history, right next to Richard Spencer getting punched. But of course, history will forget about Anthony D'Amico punching out what was her name? Grody Locks or whatever it was. Yeah. Moldy Locks. That's it. Yeah. But we'll forget about that. And that's unfortunate about history, isn't it? Where everyone will remember about, Richard Spencer punching somebody. But when it comes to the other side, where, yeah, D'Amico punches somebody much harder, nobody really talks about it. But yeah. Calling me kosher Carl. That's how they are. Yeah. Yeah. It was because they were so fed posty. They were so cringe, and they couldn't really gain any real traction. You know, it was mostly like by that point it was internet stuff, and so many people had died. You know, but yeah. But I mean that's the way that's where it is now. And it's unfortunate for the other Carl getting caught up with that. You know, the alt-right was an IRL shit post. It really was. It was. I mean, people will try to link it to Paul Gottfried, of course, a Jewish sort of um, I guess you could call him a paleo conservative. Um, I just don't think, like I say, it's funny as me how people will still use alt right as if it's really a thing. It's like, no, it's like Boogaloo Boys. Are they really a thing? No, people were making a big thing about it, but yeah. Excuse me. Like I say, I just, it's funny to see all this happening, and you're just kind of taking it all in. That's really what we're doing, right? You know, we're all just kind of seeing it happen and just kind of seeing where it takes you. Astro World smell crazy. Oh Lord. Oh, that's a bad one. That's a bad meme. Oof. Oh man, that's funny to me. Yeah. It's ridiculous, man. Of course, we see the continuing stuff to do with yeah, yeah. So glad I didn't go to those weird rallies, eh? Oh yeah, absolutely. Nobody should go to any rally at this point. Any political rally is just poison because somebody's gonna have a phone and somebody's gonna go crazy. Um, yeah, it's just ridiculous at this point. You know, I really don't feel that with the politics that are going on, it's just ridiculous. Yeah. Sorry for the dead air, folks. I'm just like I say, it's just ridiculous to see. Yeah, it really is. It's just ridiculous to see all this, and you're just kind of stuck in it, aren't you? Yeah. This generation is lost. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Have you ever heard of blogging theology? I can't say I have. No. Blogging theology. Let me see here. Blogging theology. Let's see here. Blogging theology. Paul Williams. Welcome. Huh. Comparative Religion by Paul Williams, a blogger and bibliophile based in London and the south of France. Oh. Profile picture, yeah. Thomas Aquinas, of course, yeah. His influence on Western thought is huge. Huh, interesting. Interesting. Interesting stuff. Huh. Let me check him out. He's a gay British Wahhabi that I saw in a Keith Woods comment section. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Even if, yeah. Is there anyone political that gives you hope? I'm doing all right, yeah. I want to create an agrarian war class that would replace the current decadent elite. Don't judge me for LARPing. Okay, that's fine, yeah. Could be your call-in show like Cantwell. Yeah, I could. Yeah, I could. Yeah, and then argue with half of them. Yeah. No, absolutely not. Like I said, this is why people are realizing that, yeah, the rallies don't mean much, you know? Outside of like, I mean, people genuinely think that somehow this shit is going to change anything. People genuinely think that, you know, uh, these protests are going to change stuff. It's like, no, it won't, dude. I just don't, have much faith in these leaders. I was gonna say, I was trying to watch the pitiful cringe debate of Nick Fuentes versus Styx Hexenpooper, Styx Hexenhammer, and just thinking, My channel will change the world. There you go. There you go. I think it's. I keep repeating the same thing. I'm sorry, but my schizo brain. But I was gonna say, we see the whole. I mean, the Nick Fuentes versus Six Hexenhammer debate was just ridiculous. I couldn't watch the whole thing. They're both pointless. They're both people that are never going to really lead anything. Nick Fuentes, as far as I've seen, is now doxing folks because, yeah, Beardson got doxed or some. Like I say, it's just ridiculousness. The thing is, having somebody's dox only helps if you get it to the right people. And it's not even me defending doxing. No, I'm not. But it's just like getting all these folks fired and stuff like that. You're just going to create people that have nothing left to lose. You're going to create people that, yeah, they swatted TC's parents' house. Oh, wow. It's kind of sad. Yeah, AF is a cult. Yeah, like I say, I think I'm glad that a lot of folks are are finally waking up to, yeah, PaleoCon versus Lobert Larpy, Satanist Jesus. Exactly. Yeah. 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 Sticks and Fuentes are memes. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. All the British Wignats are doxing each other. They're 2 years behind USA. Oh, wow. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. You want to watch a video of Argent cringing at it? Do you watch Argent? Sometimes. Now he had. I want to make sure with Argent. It's been a while since I've kept up with that stuff. Did he have beef with that other dude? I can't think of his name. The other Catholic guy. I was that genuine beef. I'm not sure what it is. Just it's unfortunate, but yeah, I can't even think of his name now. Can't think of his but oh well. I know he had beef with him, and then he kind of went like, as much as he made fun of like Wignats and stuff, he kind of went down the whole piss earth sort of, Borzoi tract. It's kind of sad because now TRS is they're all on Odyssey now. And I happen to see it, and it's just the same bullshit that they were doing. It's just boring. I'm sorry. Yeah, the TRS thing is just boring. Yeah, the NRX guy, Fritz Imperial. I know Argent is still on YouTube. I'm trying to think of the dude's name. I can't think of his name now. Oh well. It doesn't matter. I know that he had beef with it. And there's all this lashing out that's happened. A lot of lashing out, a lot of anger. Because a lot of this is that people it's become a business. Once something becomes a business and a job and people make their living off of it, then that's when the problems start to happen. Now that YouTube and Twitch and all these others have become careers for people, the beef is going to be, it can come out of nowhere. Distributors, no, not him. Serpkerp, that's it. Yeah, Serpkerp. Yep. Distributors, yes, it's been a while since I've seen that. Yes, paywall nationalism. Yeah. I mean, you see all this sort of stuff, and you realize that a lot of this beef just goes over why did you not like this tweet or something like that. It's petty. It really is petty, and it's just but it's also based on money. If you lose out of that stuff, then you're losing money. So people are going to go for it. We see a lot of this stuff go on, and I think it just goes to show how people are going to be more and more hands off In politics, yeah. Do not have any beef. It was all a joke. Oh, okay. It was okay. Okay. Well, I apologize then. I don't think. I mean, maybe there's a little overlap between our audiences. Okay, I just want to make sure. All right. My bad then. My bad. I wasn't sure. Meth head and fentanyl nationalism gets you a real high. Oh yeah, absolutely boofing. Yeah, I know Christopher Cantwell. I know he was a boofer, wasn't he? But yeah, there's so much. Just that's why I just don't have any hope for American politics. It's just like we're going to be stuck in this fake sort of Democrat Republican hole. You know, I don't know, man. It's like, do these people actually think they're going to get legitimacy? That's why I LARP more as a a gun runner like Hustler because I would rather join them. I would rather do that than ever join any of these political LARP groups that have no actual power, that will never have power. That want to LARP about, being in those times. It's like, yeah, a lot of these weakness. Yeah. Oh, yeah, exactly. Is a square going into a round hole? Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it really is. I mean, I wish I could believe that. I mean, I know that the other Carl may not agree with this, and that's okay. But it's like I'm glad to a point that people like Cultured Thug, for example, put out his video or put out his video essay about Kingfish about Huey Long. I'm glad he did that, but I know that to a point it's like I don't know. I feel bad for him because he seems like a good guy. He genuinely seems like a good guy. And I think that he's been able to avoid at least some of the bullshit. But I think it's just, yeah, fifth position bend overism hasn't been tried though. Yeah, exactly. Like I say, I mean, all we can do is just look around us and see if we can make something legit. That's all we can do, you know. And a lot of us are not going to be the leaders of it. We're just going to be the followers, you know. Elitists, yeah, you need a Chad aristocracy to guide the brainlet masses. Okay, all right. About joining the Democrats, but that means having to get acquainted with a lot of meetings. Yeah, I mean, I've thought about that as well, but I would just be too triggered, and I would eventually just be like, no, this is bullshit. You know, I don't know. I really don't. It's just politics is just, what do you even say? It's just a mess. It's just a mess that's never going to fix itself. You know, Hustler's Vin. I appreciate that. I do. I mean, that's my opinion. The hustler, the person that keeps to himself, that lives his own life privately, that's the way to go. When you put yourself out there, when you want to be flashy, when you want to be noticed, that's when you get, that's when you get in trouble. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I mean, to me, I think it's become more of America is so much of an individualist society, and that's one of the hugest obstacles. But I think that all you can do is, live your own life and live by your own morals. And that doesn't mean, yeah, flashy dudes get robbed. Oh, absolutely, they do. But the flashy folks, the one who wants to get, a million subscribers on YouTube or get, what is it like? I don't know, maybe 50,000 on TikTok or something like that. I mean, that's pretty good, isn't it? 50,000 on TikTok? I don't know, 100,000, million? I don't know. Tall weeds get picked first. Absolutely, absolutely. Um, Me, you just got to keep your head down and just smile and just, well, not even smile. I would just say, just kind of. nod your head, and just keep going. Don't make a fuss. Don't think that somehow you're going to be the guy who makes everything work. I think that things just occur. I don't know. Right now, I don't have much faith in the system. All I can do is just have faith in what I can do and where I'm going to get religious, so be careful. But yeah, what God wants me to do. You know, I do believe that we're put in a certain path for a reason. Just live life and go along, get along until there's a chance for optimism. Absolutely. Push for change. We don't need that. Yeah, we don't see that kind of class collaboration today. Oh, no. No. Absolutely. Everybody hates another group, and then it just becomes petty where it's like you talked with this one person back in 2015, so too much inequality for collaboration. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, too much. I mean, people have made the comparison like the United States would be like Brazil, and I think it is, the US has become that to a point. It has. It's become more like Brazil. It's become more like a, you know, the distinctions aren't and so many movements are it's cringe. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. This country is a shit show, but it's also the only place I know. And like I say, once again, I want to make sure this isn't a Brazil or Yugoslavia. Yeah, exactly. I just, man, I don't really know what to think. I think a lot of folks just realize that just some parts are already like Brazil. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And a shout out to, once again, it's been a while since I gave a shout out, but shout out to the War Report with Constantine Martelli and GSP. I just watched y'all's stream. Very good, especially talking about, something that a lot of folks who have half a brain have already said that, yeah, the U.S. is content and the people are content enough, and they have just enough to get by. Um, I think that's a great thing. If we get land reform, the country will be relatively stable, but the age of Western hegemony will still end. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It's really a toss up, isn't it? I think I'll say this too, because I know a lot of folks have been coping to a point, or at least trying to create cope um, about what has occurred. Yeah, it's not South Africa yet. Yeah, Southwest is basically Mexico. Mexico. Yeah. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Um, I know a lot of folks were coping though because reminded that Yugo failed twice. Once under monarchism and the under socialism. Yeah, I think the U.S. first. Yeah, right, failure was the 1860s. There's something to that. What I was gonna say though is China, excuse me, Xi Jinping allowed for a hospital to be built for people to transition genders, and because of that, people are like I say, I've seen a little bit of this where, and I'll call myself out. I was somewhat of a China boo. I'll be honest with you, I was, and I kind of praised China and diss the U.S. And I think that I think it's just people were doing that so they could get money from China. It's not because they love China, but it's only because they wanted support. I think now people I think are going to somewhat reverse what they've said about China. I mean, China and Russia. I'll put it this way. I'm going to try to adapt what people have said, but I think China and Russia are going to be power players. Will they be the same sort of power players as the United States? I don't even say that like, oh, I love the U.S. and they're never going to be as good as us. No, 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 no. I'm just saying is there's a lot of question about where everybody's going to fit, who's going to fill the vacuum, or what parties are going to fill the vacuum that America does. And I think that a lot of folks are reevaluating legitimately and saying, do China and Russia have that power? Now, this is somewhat big brain. I'm keeping my options open. but we've seen that regional powers are playing more of a play and is returning to tradition. Iran is returning to a regional power. Turkey is returning to a regional power status. China is returning to a regional power status. There has been for a while, probably 30 or 40 years now. The real question is, we will have multipolarity. That is going to be the future. Will some be more equal than others? Yeah. Yeah. What happened? Yeah, that's a good question. Russia will be the new China and India the new Russia. Yeah. Yeah, true. I think that I don't know. Maybe some of this is my American ignorance and my American chauvinism, if you will, in the communistic sense. But I don't know. I'm you know what? I'm going to go ahead and just say there. I know that, like I say, I've been somewhat of a China simp and a China boo, so now I'm trying to be more centrist in some way. I realize that China will probably take over, but I think that they're going to do it in a much smarter way. There's a question of, you know, how are the the Chinese diaspora going to be seen? Like I say, there are a fair amount of Chinese diaspora, I think, that feel very strongly now that China is a strong nation. There's a question of, okay, how are they going to be seen? Because there's still America points in this. Like, particularly, I mean, you think about people like, and how will they feel about people like Andrew Yang, for example? I'm curious as hell. What does the CCP or Chinese folks, what do they think about Andrew Yang? Because obviously he came from Taiwan. I mean, he's still Chinese, but they question, what do they think about him? I'm curious as hell about that. What do the Chinese think about him? That's one of my biggest questions. Like, did he is he would they say no, he's not a real Chinese or something like that? I mean, I'm curious, man. Like, I don't know. It's something interesting to think about, but only American Spurs like me would think that. Like, oh, what do you think about Andrew Yang, bro? And it would be embarrassing. Like, just shut the fuck up. Oh man. I don't know, but yeah. That had to some yeah. Yeah, that's true. Like I say. I don't know. It's interesting to think about, you know, of where or even yet, let's go ahead and instead of just talking about China or any spurgery like that, where would the power areas of the US be? Like I say, I've promoted the boomer sort of mindset that, oh, California's gonna be, but California's gonna have a fair amount of strength. It is obviously Los Angeles being a big port city, and people are going to question where that power is going to be. So yeah, I mean, obviously California is going to still have power, but who's going to harness that is a whole different question. Yeah, they don't really have the same influence in the world. Yeah, there's a real question. There's a lot of questions to think about where things are going for ports, Northwest. Yeah, it's just a real question, isn't it? Of Because I still have the belief is that I think before the collapse happens is that I'm sure that there are going to be priorities in terms of cities. Like, we're going to provide more support to these cities, and we're going to leave these other areas. We're going to leave them to their own devices. I think it's going to be. I'm going to sound cringe when I say this, but I'll do it anyway. Kind of like Man in the High Castle, where there was that territory between the German-controlled Reich, the Greater German Reich, and the Japanese Empire. And there's that slice of land where you could pretty much just do what you wanted. It's this lawless area. I think there's going to be a lot of areas in the United States that are already lawless. And of course, like I say, GSP already mentioned, yeah, there are areas that are already like Brazil that are just going to be ignored, where law enforcement just doesn't go. Feds have to go in probably with like, basically, you know, tack gear and just, full on just as much stuff as you can, muster to go in. But yeah, they have tried to. This was something that was backed by like an Iranian based group, like, yeah, California should secede, bro. And I've seen that California breaking up in like three different countries. I just I don't see that yet. There are far too many libs in California who are like, yeah, I don't think it will. I personally don't think it will. But yeah, I don't know. And of course, like I say, let's finish it up on this point. But there are a lot of folks who will talk about climate change, this and that, but will say, yeah, we need to allow as many refugees as possible, bro. It's just like, no borders, man. It's like, come on. It's like, you can't say, oh, yeah, well, you allow these folks in. It's just like, but then ignore the fact that some of these migrants may have, maybe very religious, whether they're Muslim or whether it's whatever. California will be annexed by Mexico. Probably more specifically cartels. Yeah, I would assume, but yeah, Rhode Island is a drug haven that's pretty bad. That's capitalism. Yeah, like I say, I mean, there's collapses in Silicon Valley along with Hollywood, and with Hollywood gets new. Yeah, Hollywood. I mean, that's the real question, isn't it? What will happen with Hollywood? I mean, that place will be gutted, won't it? I imagine when things really fall apart, there's going to be some folks that look for records like for the Weinsteins and whatnot. There, oh my goodness, they're going to dig into that so much. I imagine it's gonna be such a fucking mess, isn't it? Someone was injecting people with a needle at Astro World Fest. Yeah, I don't believe that nonsense. Get sacrificed to Moloch at a rap concert. Yeah, exactly. I have seen this though, where people are getting yeah. I've listened to too much hip hop in my life. I think I should give up on it. Yeah, stop listening to hip hop. Listen to bluegrass. Maybe listen to not country today. Don't listen to that gay stuff, but maybe some hymns, stuff like that. Maybe even some chanting. Maybe do that. Listen to some like Orthodox chanting or something like that. Be careful, but yeah. Do you think state national guards could become more powerful than the U.S. Army at one point? Yes, yes, I do. I think National Guard versus the active duty will definitely have more power. Active duty will be caught up in so much other stuff. And while they are probably better at shooting and stuff like that, I think active duty, in terms of numbers, just will not compete. But yeah, Metal Dude, give it a try. Eh, I have some Metallica. Does that count? Metallica, that's thrash, isn't it? For whom the bell tolls, all that type of thing, right? But yep. Maybe do some of that. I don't know. I don't know. Come home, dissonant right man. Exactly. Yeah, come home, dissonant right man. Oh man. Listen to some, you don't see that, a bluegrass concert, all this sort of stuff going on, you know, listening to I don't know, what's his name, Grandpa Jones or something like that. You never saw that, did you? I sound like an old man. Later, yeah, the early Metallica, later years of meh. Yeah, I agree. Ride the Lightning, stuff like that. Yeah, swing music, kind of on the edge, but yeah, kind of funny. This Twitter post, though, yeah, where it was said, yeah, yeah, Granny tells you rap is from the devil. Lol, Grands, I don't believe that nonsense. Yeah, get sacrificed to Moloch at a rap concert in front of a flaming stage. Yeah, disrespect church grannies at your own peril has been the downfall of many. Amen to that. Amen to that. I try to kill them all. Puppets, yeah. Puppets were the best years. Yeah. But yeah. I think I pretty much said my piece on this. It's very, like I say, um, I don't want to say my heart goes out because I think that's going too, going a bit too far. But I will say that it's fucked up what occurred in Houston and seeing all these things. And, like I say, if you were really deep seated truther type of guy, you would say that this was sacrifice. That, yeah, this guy getting, stuck with a needle, very suspicious. But also seeing 8 people die, people feel like that would be a sacrifice, you know, and very satanic sort of stuff that goes on. So yeah, but yeah, guy really gets so mad about shoes. Really a cultural thing. Yeah, we don't understand. Yeah, brothers really do. Yeah, hold on. Let me see if I can drop it in the chat here. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Me from Twitter. So like I say, you can take a take it with a huge grain of salt. But yeah, there we go. I'll go ahead and drop it in. But yeah, somebody did get stuck with a needle. Yeah. Houston confirms that someone was injecting people with a needle at Astro World Fest. Yeah. So yeah, this has been confirmed. Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah, to see what occurred at this Astro World Festival in Houston. If you like giant portals to hell, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm not sure what to tell you, but your gut instincts are broken somehow. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you don't need some schizo thread on ancient Mesopotamian symbolism. Just look at it and be like, yeah, that's weird. No thanks. Exactly. Oh, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. That's all I can really say. You know, I would just say start praying. You know, I just say get the Bible and start, just making peace with God. I mean, that's all I could really tell you. You know, and just say, just kind of admit your sins and go from there. But yeah, don't step in my shoes is ghetto. Yeah, money, shoes. Yeah, things reminds me of Boondocks episode. Oh yeah, injections were vaccines. Oh yeah, absolutely. It will go from there. Yeah. Yeah. Oh man, what else to say? Just a messed up thing. All you can do is just believe in God and just go from there. Yeah, amazing how much Lord have mercy has become so poignant as of late. Oh, absolutely. Yep. It's perfect for both libs and conservatives to whom, yeah, exactly, get right with Jesus. Amen to that. I do. You know, it's amazing how much Lord have mercy has become poignant as of late. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It's just one of those things. And I mean, yeah. 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 Oh, Lord have mercy. That's all I can. That's all I can really say. I just need to make it. Just Lord have mercy on this world and on everything. That's all you can really say. Oh man, I think we'll just go ahead and wrap this up. I went for a good 44 minutes, covering a lot of things. I think we covered a lot more than I would do in like several videos, so I think that's good. I will try to read, and I wanted to wait before saying all this. I don't want to seem like I'm light or that I am dismissive of what occurred in Houston. I'm not, but I will say, yep, no problem. We're gonna wrap this up pretty soon. But yeah, but I will promote this. Stick around tomorrow. I think I'll just record. I'll record it separately, but I will do Ernst Jünger reading. I'll be continuing to read from The Worker, Form, and Dominion tomorrow. So I'll see. it was kind of a busy day getting groceries and stuff like that. So, yep, that's okay. Yep, no problem. That's all right. Y'all have a good one. But yeah, tomorrow we're gonna do some Ernst Jünger. I'm gonna go ahead and just record it, and then I'll upload it because last time I was trying to do music in the background didn't work out. But anyway, y'all will hopefully enjoy that tomorrow. If you doing dishes and whatnot, you can just go ahead and listen to that Ernst Jünger. Talk more about revolution and everything else. So hopefully y'all enjoy. Yeah, I hear that. Anyway, hopefully y'all enjoy that. See you later. Goodbye.